up, Olivia? How you doing today? Whoa. You're bouncing through Pennsylvania, just outside of Pittsburgh. Yeah, I've been up since 2:30 this morning. Earl Scheib. The new Earl Scheib. I'm gonna have to check that out. Car for $29.95. Duct tape and everything included. Don't leave your windows down, 'cause we'll paint the seats too. Can't see the thing because of the glare. I hit a bump there. That about shook the truck in a whole different lane. Hey, Mac, did you see that sign for Earl Scheib? The new Earl Scheib? Yeah, Lutty Chevy in Pennsylvania, Cheswick. Yeah, right back there, about a half mile back, about a mile back. There was a sign that said the new Earl Scheib, paint and body. If you don't think I'm gonna swing by there on the way home and check that place out, you're crazy. I wonder if we still get a paint job for $29.95. Maybe get an interior dye job, you know, the whole 9 yards, painted all the same color. Scrape our windows clean. Yeah, see, you got your windows all knocked out there and new walls getting put in and everything else. All kinds of new stuff happening down there at the old Metal Art Customs. Eaton Park, I thought them all closed down. Yep, no. I would highly recommend going to Metal Art Customs for your paint. It's one of them places where he's one of them few guys out there that you give him $1,000, he'll give you $3,000 worth of quality. You know what I mean? Very few body shops and auto body places out there that'll do that kind of work. What's up, Fisher? Maybe we can get a little tour of Luttys while we're here. the islands down there. Scooting right along the Ohio River here. Right outside of Moon Township. I think that's all. I don't know what that is down there. Oh, that's the old Carnegie Steel Company down there. That's what it is. That's what all that was down there. Hold on. What screw up happened on Thursday? Matter of fact, you know what? Who lives down here? David Brown lives down this way. Pay attention here. Gotta grab 65. Well, there's Stadium. I wish there was a chat that could be done so I could not have to really read. I'll have to go back and read that shortly. I can't really read right now. Exit 5V. Yeah, I know. I gotta set the text to speech up. How do I do that? I don't know. Kind of dumb when it comes to some of these phone features. Hey, 15 cents off of gas per gallon at Mapco. Or the old Circle K. Me either. I've never used text-to-speech. Yeah, no, Mac, Daryl Paint Cars, man, it's impossible to get a hold of him. But then again, usually if I call him during the day, I'll let it ring. If he don't answer it, I just send him a message and he'll call me back when he can. I keep wanting to go down there and do a nice video when he's painting, but he don't like no one in the building when he's painting. I don't know if he thinks it's bad luck or what, but nope. That building is shut down. You are not getting in. Road that we got to go down to get to this place, man. I look at it and I think these guys used to take a semi truck down this road to get out to the interstate. And that guy that was driving that semi truck, he badass. Gotta be badass. I tell you what, man, she's a windy back mountain road. Luttys. I don't know if any of you guys ever seen Luttys trailers at the swap meet, but it ain't no small trailer. Of course, they don't go to the swap meets like they used to anymore. So not many people do. Those swap meet things get kind of dead anyway. Every time I go to them anymore, it's more of a flea market. There's more people selling books, produce, just not even car related stuff. I mean, if I want to go to a flea market, I go to a flea market. I tell you what, these old Pittsburgh roads, they are tight. Right, because it isn't a swap meet no more. Exactly. And not only that, if you notice, Daryl, you've been to a couple lately. If you've noticed, you might as well go buy the stuff new because nobody used to go to the swap meets for the deals. It, still hard to find parts, stuff like that, but everybody wants full-blown retail for everything. I mean, there's no more deals at a swap meet. Yeah, and everything is garbage. It needs complete reconditioning. Like, I'm there to buy stuff that is trying to save me work, not cost me more work. I didn't go down there to buy a piece of trim that is just as bad or if not worse than the one I'm trying to replace. And they want 10 times the amount of it. Oh, well, it's factory, it's OEM part. Yeah, some of that stuff fits better, but that OEM part's gonna cost me $2,000 to fix. I can go buy an aftermarket one for 300. All right, so unfortunately, Daryl, you got to think of this too. We see them as new cars, but how new are you talking about new cars? If it's nice El Camino, if it's 10 years old, 15 years old, it's starting to get to the collector's point ish. I mean, you gotta think anymore. 2000 Chevy pickup truck is considered a classic. Remember when I started realizing that the OBS trucks were classics, and I'm like, hold on, that's still a new truck to me. Now we got the new body style, the Chevy trucks. They're yeah, there's a semi truck going down this road, man. Big truck. But anyway, new ones. New body style trucks are starting to become classics. Yeah, I was never real hot on the body style either. I remember right around 2000 when people started really kind of restoring them and stuff like that. It was I couldn't figure it out. Right. So the body style you have, the 70s, and even the square bodies, like that, I'd say that generation that the Blue Mule is, that was the last good generation. Now the 67 to 72s, I like them a lot, but I would take the generation before that. The square bodies, I like them, but I've never been, you know, like I've got to have it type thing, you know. All right, man. I agree. The last real one was a square body. Such beautiful country through here. Love driving down through here. Yeah, well, that's 1980 is when the society started becoming more of a disposable society, anyway, as far as I'm concerned. Well, they are disposable. They're not built to be. The sheet metal's super thin. It's not high quality steel. That's why they rot like they do. I mean, people save them and restore them and bring them back, but they just there's a difference when you work on them, and more than just repairs. Because a Honda motor could go forever. They got the engineering right on that, but body wise and stuff like that, when you work on that stuff, you just feel the difference in the quality of the material. You really do. Yes, black boxes and everything else. They can control them, they can shut it. And that's what I don't like about the electric cars. They can shut them things off. That is why I don't want to own newer cars. I don't like anything in the newer. I will always try to drive an older car that is pre-black box and everything else, because I don't want. The government should not be able to hit a switch and shut you down, or track your movements like that. It's all CIA stuff. I'm not going to get into whole conspiracy theory stuff on this channel. But I've got my theories. Let's just say that. Yes, cars are built on a 2 life cycle. That's the road we used to come down. Cars are built on the 2 life cycle plan. So the first life cycle is well, it used to be 4 years when you bought them. You had a 4-year loan. Now you can't get a car without a 7 or 8-year loan because it's so dang expensive, even garbage. You buy a Kia and you got to stick a 7-year loan out. Anyway, and the second life cycle was the other 4 years after that, when it was bought off the secondhand market for the first time. After that, the car is considered completely depreciated and worth nothing in the eyes of the manufacturer. So they designed them to last 8 years. And that is what they designed the average lifespan of a vehicle to be. It just, I mean, I'll say it, I'm a big diehard Chevy guy, but they messed up with that transmission and then letting the 6.2s out with known issues. It's, when you take college courses with business ethics and stuff like that, they talk about how Ford was the first one to put a dollar figure on a human life, and that was with the Pinto fiasco, where it was cheaper to settle the lawsuits than it was to recall the Pintos and fix them. So Ford was the first one to put a dollar figure in the human life. After that, companies would just rather pay the lawsuit. It's cheaper to pay the lawsuit than it is to fix something that they knew about. let a bad motor go, a bad transmission go. Hopefully, it won't raise that much of a concern and we just let it slip under the radar. We can make money off the people in the process by selling them parts and selling them replacement transmissions and motors. Woodland Ranch. Gary, what's up? That's my theory on all that. And it's true. It is 100% true. Pennsylvania got some weird markings in their roads, I will tell you that much for sure. Pennsylvania. Oh, and here we are. A couple different places here. Tri-5 Nova, Chevy truck, Impala, Camaro, and Chevelle. It's a cool place. Cool place. Yeah, right. Look at Firestone. I don't know if they're gonna let me do much video in here. I will ask. We will see. They know I'm here to pick some promotional stuff up. These guys are not. So I'm here to pick some promotional stuff up while I'm out here. These guys are not sponsoring the channel, but they sell a good part. They sell good aftermarket parts and everything, and they generally have whatever you need. And not only that, one of the major manufacturers is not that far from here, so you know what I mean. Like I said, we're gonna hang their stuff in the shop because everything I've ever bought through Pandora has come through here. This is not like Restoration World. This is definitely a smaller building. There's not much of a, it's kind of just like a parts counter type deal. What's up?
Something called in?
Yeah, I'm actually supposed to pick up a banner or something like that. I talked to somebody yesterday. El Camino. Yeah, I was gonna look at those. gas door guard. NOS. I like those lights for the Impala. Oh, what do we got over here? Chevelle convertible, 62 to 65 Nova. Kind of a discount rack. What do we got here? 64 passenger car license plate thing. Oh, we got some Impala stuff here. 66 Chevelle. We got 64 Impala trim. Yeah, too bad. Just had no 63 stuff. Oop. 92 to 97 Blazer. Okay. 58 two-door. 63 Impala fender pieces. Don't need them. Harshing hoses. What we got here? Chevelle. Always check the boxes. Impala. Oh, there's a 64. This can, I'll have to check it out. $8, I'll probably just grab it because it's cheap. What else do we got down here? Shifter levers. Some moldings. Some stuff I don't need. Seat belt, license plate frames. Anybody need anything on here? Bolts. That package has been around a little bit. Look at that, Daryl. All Skylight stuff. What's up, Jeremy? Jeremy, these guys saw a lot of nice stuff for the Impalas and the Chevy truck parts. That's all your Chevy parts. Luttys, Chevrolet. All top end caps. Anyway. Oh, sweet. Chevy full size poverty caps. I think we got rid of that on mine. Peak mirrors.
Jordan, do you know what the point of this little thing is underneath these on the floor?
Alright guys, I'm gonna jump off here, go talk to these guys a little bit, maybe do a little interview if they'll let me. Alright? Yeah, I'll take it easy. 64 pallet visors. What we got here? Oh, I need these for my seats. Probably polish that out.